Hello, you. How are ya? Wow. Hi, Totes. Hi, Jambo. Hi, Heartbreaker. Hi, JJ. Andy. Hi, Crystal. Once again, thank you, Crystal, for modding. Hi, Shar. Nice to see everyone. It's less hot here today, which I'm very, very thankful for. How are you guys all doing? I am doing much better with it being cooler out. I'm not a hot weather girl. I'm kind of excited to get into this LIARA romance because I'm as predictable as rain. I always romance Caden. Oh, I can fix that, Totes. Hang on. How is it now? How do I sound now? Hi, Rocco. I think I forgot to shake this. Is it better now? Anyways, it's super good to see everybody. So the romance I want to look at today is it's going to be Male Shep with LIARA, just because that's the one that I think is the most complete one on here. And if I were to do a playthrough where I romance LIARA, I'd probably romance her as a male. Hey, Whitey. Oh, bruv, it's Tuesday, isn't it? It's Tuesday, isn't it? It's Tuesday, isn't it? Crystal, 12 months. Woo, woo. Good. Oh, thank you, Crystal. Thanks so much. I'm amazing and amazingly lazy sometimes. It's been tough, though. I've had a lot of stuff happen in the last year. It's not even hot today, and I'm hot. I should have called this channel Mother Menopause. Holy shit. Ugh. Anyway, I want to do LIARA as a male because that would be how I would play through, and I think it's a good way to watch a good way to watch it. What do you guys think? All right, let me switch over to having. Thank you, JJ. I'm doing pretty good. Had a couple things happen in the last week, but those look like they're going to turn out okay. Oh, life is like that, right? Everybody has shit going on. Oh, you haven't done LIARA, Crystal? Interesting. I haven't either, as a matter of fact. I'm almost embarrassed to admit that, but I haven't. Why does that sound like a threat? You're next, Totes. Okay, tell me if the sound is good. Let me start this. You tell me if the sound is good.
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
LIARA to Sony, I presume.
Thank the goddess. I did not think anyone would come looking for me. Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
Okay, can you guys hear?
Your mother is working with Saren. Whose side are you on?
What? I am not on anybody's side. I may be Benezia's daughter, but I'm nothing like her. I have not spoken to her in years. Please, just get me out of here.
It's a bit louder.
How'd you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that? Geth beyond the veil.
All right, hopefully that's a little bit better.
I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
All right, tell me if that's better. Oh, I know.
We'll find
Andy
some way to
loves
help.
Garrus.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain.
Has anybody ever left LIARA till like way late in the game? Is the game still way louder than me, or did it go down?
Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past.
Okay, let me know if that works.
Oh, How did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past
Better,
the
better, better?
barrier.
Good. Better, better.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense.
You did the first time
Please,
after
get me out of
Vermeer.
here
She's
before
way
more
more
Geth
confused.
arrive.
Yeah, she's
That
super
button over
confused
there
if you
should
go get her
shut down
later.
this containment field.
You know, they managed to age her a bit too. She looks really young here. I have to say too, if I play a male Shep and I romance Liara, I'm gonna use the default Shep because I
There's
always
an
do.
elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I.
Well,
think
Toads,
it's
I
an
always
elevator.
get her immediately
It should
too.
take us out
But
of
it is
here. Come
funny
on.
how there is a reaction if you wait.
I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. Think fast, Miss Prothean expert.
The conduit, but I don't know.
Ashley, salty. Ashley doesn't like another good-looking woman being around.
What the hell was that?
What the hell?
These ruins are not stable.
Yeah, I've never
That
left her
mining
Toads
laser
either, but I
must
have
triggered
watched
the
what
seismic
happens. It's pretty
event.
funny.
We have to
I take
hurry.
Liara
The whole
almost
place
all
is
the
caving
time.
in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away.
On the double,
ETA 8
mister.
minutes.
Gonna be close, Skipper.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
Oh, Rex. Actually, for me, I need to turn this
Close,
up.
Commander.
There it goes.
10 more seconds, we would have been swimming in molten sulfur.
You found the
Normandy
male
isn't
ship harder to
equipped
make attractive
land
than
in
the female ship, so I
exploding
ended up using the
volcanoes.
default.
They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull.
I
Just
don't
for
think the male
future
ship is
reference.
bad looking. I just think
We
the female
almost
ship is
died out
better
there, and your
looking for
pilot
what
is
she
making
is.
Jokes?
Sometimes Joker's a real
But they
ass.
could do. They
Just
could
try
have
to
done a
ignore
better
him.
job on
I
his
see.
body
It
model.
must be a
I mean, the
human thing.
model of his body.
I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species,
And that's the
Commander.
advantage on
But I am grateful
PC.
to
It's
you.
the mods.
You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn. I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours,
Ouch.
but among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
Did your research turn up anything interesting?
What is interesting is what I did not turn up. There is remarkably little archaeological evidence of the Protheans, and even less that might explain why they disappeared. It is
Well, you're about
almost
to
as if
find out.
someone did not want the mystery solved.
Crystal, I also
It
only
is
used
like
him for the
someone
first
came
bit of my
along
renegade
after
page
the
because I thought I'd
Protheans
be
were
easier if I
gone
was male.
and
He ended up
cleansed the
abandoned when I
galaxy of
couldn't be so
clues.
mean.
But here is the incredible part. According to my findings,
I
the
want to do a
Protheans were not the
renegade
first
playthrough,
galactic
but
civilization to
I'm going to have to
mysteriously
do it as a
vanish.
live
This
stream, I think,
cycle
because
began
otherwise
long
I'll
before
I'll
them.
cop out and I'll make all
Where'd
I'll
you
make
come
all
up
the
with this
decisions that are
theory?
just the
I thought
nicest.
there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it.
Am I going to
There were
save
other
Caden even
civilizations
though I'm
before
not
the
romancing
Protheans.
him?
This cycle has repeated itself many times
I
over.
hadn't given that any
If the
thought.
Protheans weren't the first,
I've
then who
never
was?
done a playthrough with Ashley.
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans. Even
I don't know.
less
I
on those
might
who
have to
came
let
before
Caden
them.
go in that playthrough
cannot
because if
prove
I
my
save
theory, but
Caden,
I
I
know
think I
I
would
am
want to
right.
romance him.
The galaxy is
That's
built
why
on a
another
cycle
reason I
of
have to play as a male Shep.
Each time
Well,
a
I guess
great
I could still romance
civilization
Caden with
rises
that,
up,
so that's not going
it
to
is
work.
suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before.
Poor Caden never gets
Their
any screen
greatest
time.
achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have
I like
dedicated
that
my
deadly
life to
romantic.
figuring out why.
Hashtag deadly romantic.
They
Yeesh.
were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
I love you so much. I want you to
The
die
Reapers?
with me.
But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
No, I
There was
know
a
you
damaged
can't. That's
Prothean
my
beacon
problem.
leaving
I couldn't
Prime.
romance
It
Caden in
burned a
3.
vision into my brain.
I
I'm
may
still
have to
trying
let
to
him
sort
die
out
on
what it all
Vermeer
means.
so that I can focus on Liara.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged
How many
one,
of- oh, I'm gonna-
is
wait, I'm gonna
worth
ask it as a
almost
poll.
any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
You must be
this isn't helping
remarkably
us find Saren or
strong-willed,
the
Commander.
conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot
Crystal.
better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Rex. Rex is
Good to
always
have you on the
pragmatic.
team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chalkwash.
See, there's Caden.
It is
Caden,
probably
always
just
practical.
mental exhaustion,
I like
coupled
him.
with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It
No,
will give me the
nobody
chance
has
to
romanced everybody.
Think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are
I'm
filed, Commander.
disappointed in you guys.
You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Of course,
I
I've never
properly
either. I've
thanked
only
you for
romanced
saving me from the
Caden.
Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
Do you always romance
just
the
glad we
same
got there
person
in
in your
time.
playthroughs?
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It
Totes,
means a
I
lot
like
to hear
that.
you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
If you know what
I
you
don't
like, why
understand
sniff
it.
all the flowers?
She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more
The same way
involved in
you read
shaping
the
galactic
menu and you know
events.
what you're going to order.
Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years.
I do
but know
love Liara's
this was
innocence.
not
I
like
really
her.
do. I think that's a very
Something
attractive
changed.
quality.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My
I haven't
people
either,
believe we
Crystal.
are
I've
all
never
part of a
saved.
single
I've never
galactic
saved
community.
Ashley.
Each species contributes something to the greater
Isn't
whole.
that terrible?
Although we seek to understand other species,
I'm sure she's a nice
it
girl.
seems few of them seek to understand
Crystal,
us.
I always romance
The
Caden,
galaxy
and then
is filled with
Garrison 2 and 3. I
rumors and
sometimes romance
misinformation about my people.
Thane. Well, I'll tell you what I do. I
Most
usually
of the
do Kate. Well,
inaccuracies are
I
centered
usually do
around our
Caden.
mating
Haha.
rituals.
I usually romance
species is
Caden in
monogender.
1.
Male
I
or
romance
female
Thane in
have no
2,
real
and then
meaning
I
for us.
romance Caden in 3.
We still
I
require
like
a
Thane because
partner
it's
to
very
reproduce.
bittersweet. It's a
This
tragic
second
love.
parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Interesting, Andy.
Mating
Andy, you
is
sound like
not
you've
quite
been
the
very
proper
deliberate about
term,
kind of getting
not as
around
you
and seeing
understand
all
it.
the different romance
Physical
stories.
contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
We get another
sapient
one.
Species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone,
If you don't
a part of
initiate the
them
kid
lives on
romance
in
after
us.
Thane's death, you
The
can
union
essentially
is a
romance them
connection that
both.
transcends both time and space.
Not that I would know.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld.
Duh.
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult to my
Isn't that funny?
It is possible Benezia's
Pure
partner
blood,
was
which in,
embarrassed
you
by
know,
their union.
some instances
She
is
may have been
people
too
want to be called that.
ashamed to publicly
You know,
acknowledge me
assholes,
as her
but
offspring.
for the Asari, it's an insult.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on.
Garrus romance
She
for me was a
raised by
letdown, but the
herself, though
dance
that
scene
is
is
not
hot. The
uncommon.
dance scene is pretty cool.
Many
I have
Asari
never
raise their
romanced
children
Garrus because
alone,
I've made my
particularly if
position
the
very
father
clear
species
that
is
Garrus
short-lived.
is like a brother to
Often the
me, and
partner
I
will
don't
pass
sleep with
on
my
long before
brother.
the child reaches maturity.
But I thought it was I did think the story was interesting, though.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I love how abruptly they leave.
I get
I
the
should go.
feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Boy, this guy's relentless on her.
I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau, I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You know how you
You
feel,
don't like other
Liara.
people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter.
I should go.
People expected me to
I should
follow
go.
in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past.
Yeah, but matriarchs are
It
are
sounds so
Asari
foolish
who've
when I say
achieved a
it out
certain
loud.
age.
It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard.
I
That is
agree, Andy, and I
exactly
love
what
it too.
Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate.
You should go.
I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that
Yeah,
you
so
would
they
be an
say,
interesting
Crystal.
specimen
Hasn't
for
happened
an
to me
in-depth
yet, but-
study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Calm down, Liara.
Joking. Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know
I
why
love her.
prefer to
She's
spend my
so,
time in the field with data disks and computers.
cute when
I
she- 'cause
always
she's
seem
so
to say
stiff
something
sometimes.
embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
I should go.
She is here.
I should go.
I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
No, I don't. I trust you, Liara. You may not be military, but you're part of my crew.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother.
You do not know
There
the
is power
privilege
in
of being a
creation.
mother.
To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair.
That's horrible.
Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I
And
won't be
Benezia's
moved by
outfit-
sympathy, no matter who you bring
That just
into
makes
this
me laugh. Only a
confrontation.
male dev could have designed that.
Liara's here because she wants to be, not because I asked her to.
Indeed. What have you told him about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
You won't look so smug with a hole in your head.
Your insolence is a poor mask for your fear.
You won't look so smug. I'm gonna remember that line. You're not gonna look so smug with a hole in your head. Oh, that's cool, Andy.
This is not over.
Yeah, someone's
Saren was
narcissistic mommy
unstoppable.
fantasy.
My mind is filled with his light. Everything
Every
is
time I see
clear.
these costumes, if she looks down, she's gonna stab herself in the chest with her helmet.
I expected better from Asari commandos.
Ouch.
I will not betray him. You will. You.
Can you imagine
You
how
must
sweaty
listen.
that helmet would be? Oh.
Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
How can he compel you? He's not even here.
People are not themselves around Saren. You come to idolize him, worship him. You would do anything for him. The key is
It does,
Sovereign, his
Toads.
flagship.
Yep.
It
I
is
want
a
to be
dreadnought
evil. I want to
of
be
incredible
badass. Here, look
size,
at my
and its
boobs.
Power is extraordinary.
Yep.
Sovereign's not like other ships. Where did
Maybe
it
she's
come
hoping to distract them with her
I
boobs
cannot say.
while she gets
The
her gun
Geth
out.
did not build it.
A weapon
Its
that,
technology
most
is
men
far
don't
more
have.
advanced than that of any known species. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct.
It is a lot of cleavage.
You
That's
sit
a lot
at
of
his feet
distraction.
and smile as his words pour into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was strong enough to resist. Instead, I became a willing tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
What, her cleavage is scary? Then it's effective.
Can I assume you found
All
the
that cleavage.
coordinates?
I feel weakened and
years ago,
intimidated.
The Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations. Queens inherit the knowledge.
I
of
wonder
their
if this
mothers.
this person playing is going
I
to,
took
because
the
this is Naughty
location of the
Gaming's
relay
video.
from the
I wonder if
Queen's
he's
mind.
going to save the Rachni.
I was not
Do you guys
free.
save the Rachni? I always save the
How
Rachni
did the
Queen.
Rachni find it?
They searched patiently. They are territorial creatures, driven to close any possible way into their systems.
Hi, Hunter.
Why does Saren need the new
This isn't
relay?
Austin Powers, Totes.
He believes it will lead into the conduit.
Remember the boob
I would
boob
tell
machine
you more
guns
if
in
I
Austin
could, but
Powers?
Saren did not share his counsel with me.
She does
I
look like
was
she's about
merely
to
a
fall out of it.
servant to his
And
cause.
truly, in true life, we women know you would fall out
Still
of that
make it
shirt.
right.
If you bent over,
Give me
you'd
the
fall out of it.
information.
But in a
I
game,
was not
no.
myself, but I should have been.
I always
stronger.
save the Rachni.
I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived.
She looks somehow sweaty.
You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. fingers on my
You know, I
spine.
absolutely love that expression when she
You
says
should-
his teeth are at my
Oh,
ear. It's
you
so
should-
descriptive and so creepy. You know what I mean? It's such a
Fight him.
great description.
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die.
Die! All right, well,
I
that's the end of
cannot go
Benezia.
on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
Hold on. We've got Metagel. Maybe we
Trophy
can...
earned.
No,
They're playing on
he is
PlayStation.
still in my mind. I am not.
Oh, you played him on a
entirely
Renegade
myself.
run.
I never will be again.
Oh, Hunter doesn't save the Rachni.
Good night, little wing. I will see.
Oh,
you
Little
again.
Wing. I forgot about that. What a cute nickname for for a child, Little Wing.
No, right. They always said there would be a.
Woo, that was loud. That was really loud.
If you are
Thank
here to
you.
talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you.
Maybe I'm gonna switch that.
She
so it
was your
doesn't
mother.
come through my giant speaker.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia
Yeah,
chose
welcome,
her
welcome.
path,
Thank
just
you
as I
so
have
much.
chosen
That's
mine.
unexpected
you
and very
until the
much
end,
appreciated. Ah, that's why it came out through.
Maybe
the
we could
speakers,
pick up
because
where we
it's
left off.
on speakers.
You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Okay.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you.
Smooth,
making a
Liara,
fool of
smooth. I was
myself in
talking
the
about my interest in
process.
you.
As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
Your kind is rushed and high-strung. That's actually a
We don't
legit
have the luxury
description.
of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years.
Mind control
We're lucky
overcomes
if we hit 150.
sweat.
That is true. At first I thought
Another
that was a weakness
motherling.
of your species. After spending time with you and
I
your
wasn't
crew,
sure about the
however,
term motherling
I
when
think
you
it may
guys first started
actually
using
be
it,
an
but
advantage.
I like it now.
You humans are creatures of
Hi,
action.
Scott.
You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
Yeah, we humans
You're
are like
scared of us?
the cockroaches of the universe,
Unfortunately,
right?
the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you
No.
to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer.
Yeah,
I
clearly
looked into your
Liara
history.
sees something special in
I
you
know what
too.
you did on Torfin. I cannot even imagine how horrible that must have been, but you did what had to be done.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
Ouch.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the man you are. There is something...
She's actually, you know, when you just kind of look at this in the
Are you sure you're interested in me?
neutrally,
Or
she's
is it my
actually a
visions
fairly
of the
accomplished
Protheans?
flirt for being such a
admit,
youngling.
Your connection to the Protheans had
Understated,
something to do with my
subtle,
initial
but
interest.
still
But
complimentary,
it has grown beyond
still
that.
appeals to him.
You intrigue me, Shepard. But
Look
I
at
was
that.
not sure
Pretty
if it
effective
was
flirting, if you ask me.
appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and
I
Chief
just meant in
Williams.
terms of approaching and multiplying, being able to survival and multiplying. As soon as I said cockroaches, I'm like, well, that didn't sound
Williams
very
and I are
nice. I'm
just
not
friends,
a cockroach.
Nothing more.
My mistake then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction?
She's very
or
forthright. I mean, when you think
was
about
I
this, she's
wrong
very
about that
forthright.
too?
No, you were right. There is something between us.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
Except that she's just finished
Saren
telling
wants
him
both
in
of
another
us dead.
conversation they mate with
That's
different
something.
species all the time, so that's
That
a
is
little
not
bit
the most romantic reason,
disingenuous.
is it? You make it all sound so dangerous.
A little danger makes things exciting.
This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. I need some time.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now. Commander, you look pale. Are you suffering any ill effects from the
No one
cipher?
wants to sit with you, Hunter? Is that because you killed the Rachni?
The cipher shook me up a bit.
I might be able to help you. I am an expert on the Protheans.
Look
If
at
I
that, she's
join my
offering him
consciousness
mind
to
melding
yours,
already.
Maybe we can make
Second
some
date.
sense of it.
Do it. Hurry. We don't have much time.
Relax, Commander.
She is quite good
Embrace
at it.
eternity.
You know, this part always kind of makes me laugh, this mind melding thing, because I don't know, just speaking for myself, this doesn't look that pleasurable.
That was incredible. All this time, all my research, yet I never dreamed. I am sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so intense. You are remarkably strong-willed, Commander. What you have been through, what you have seen, would have destroyed a
I'm
lesser
sorry.
mind.
Come on, get to the point.
Yeah,
What did you
exactly,
see?
Ashley. Get to the point.
The
Quit
beacon
talking about
on
how
Eden
intense your
Prime
experience
must have
was.
been
Just tell us
badly
what you
damaged.
found.
Large parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the commander's mind is incomplete.
You sure you didn't come across any kind of clue or hint? Something we might have missed?
Everything I saw, you already know. You were right about the Reapers. The Protheans were destroyed by a race of sentient machines. I think it is obvious there is a connection between the Reapers, the Prothean extinction, and the Conduit, but I did not see anything that would help us find it.
What's our next move?
I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision, what was there at least, but something was missing. Saren must have the missing information. Maybe he found another beacon. If we can find the missing data from your vision, I can...
Oh, I'm feeling weak.
I am sorry. The joining is exhausting.
I'm
should go
tired
to
and
the
I need a
medical bay
cigarette.
and lie down for a moment.
Dr.
I'm sorry, I'm
Chakwas
being
should take a look at
disrespectful
you.
to Liara.
That will not be necessary. I just need some rest. Somewhere quiet.
We're done here. Dismissed.
I've sent off the Pharos report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now,
I
Commander.
like the ones where they do playthroughs and
Commander,
every single solitary
is this
time
some kind
Joker
of
says join to
game?
patch you through to the
Are you
council.
calling in a
He's
report
like,
just so you
no.
can cut us off again?
You know it.
I know, she's so young. And she looks young, too.
That never gets old, does it?
Miss
Ah, I
Williams,
missed the joke.
Commander, we need to talk. If we do not resolve this situation now, I am afraid things might become awkward.
Ooh.
Oh, awkward, huh?
Oh,
I hope we
Ashley.
can keep this civilized. I do not want things to become unpleasant.
Has he been flirting with
Because
Ashley?
It's been so pleasant between us lately. Look, somebody in this room needs to make a choice. It ain't me, and it ain't you.
Why would you turn
Maybe
your
we should
power
try to
over
work
to
this
him
out.
like that? You have a
I think
choice.
we must. I may
hate
not know
when they
much
have
about
women do
human
lines like
relationships,
that.
but I understand the concept of jealousy.
Jealous? Of you? You're not even our species.
Oh, Ashley, you're making
Perhaps
yourself
that is
look
why you
bad.
feel threatened. I am a rival unlike any you have faced before. Hostility is a common reaction to the unfamiliar.
Doctor, you keep smartassing me, I'll show you what my hostile reaction is like.
I love it when women fight
Oh
over
my
me.
God.
Sorry, Commander. That fantasy's not gonna happen. We're not married, Shepard. You want to get involved with some alien? Go ahead. It's none of my business.
Why do I have to make a choice?
Okay, clearly
Maybe the
this is a
three of
man
us
playing
could,
this game.
In your dreams,
Yeah,
Commander.
pretty much. That's what I would say. In your dreams.
I hope you two, or however many you end up with, will be happy together. If you don't mind, I need to clean my gear.
Oh, Ashley's a little salty.
I feel bad for her, Shepard. I hope she'll be okay.
Ash is pretty tough. She'll be fine.
I suppose you're right.
So was he
I'm
flirting
sorry
with
you were
her the
put in
whole
this
time,
position,
and that's why
but
Ashley thought she,
I'm glad
had
you
something
chose
with
me.
him? Then he's
I
the
don't
ass,
believe we
not
should
her. I
continue
mean,
this
she was kind of
discussion
rude
here
about
in
it,
the
but he's
comm
the
room,
ass,
Shepard.
not her.
You know where to find me if
So
you
is
want
the
to have
woman.
a
Women
more
always blame other
private
women. It's the
conversation.
man who did it to you.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr.
I think she's
Chakwas
generally
knows
not
what she's
happy
doing.
when a female ship
I
also
get the
chooses an
feeling you
alien.
want to ask me something, Commander.
I like talking
Oh,
with you, Liara,
interesting.
no
I
matter
didn't
what
see
the
that.
subject.
Oh, I deliberately did
been
not
very
flirt with Ash, showed no
understanding,
interest, and that
Shepard.
convo still happened.
Very
Well, that's
patient.
interesting.
I appreciate that. I know there are some strange beliefs about my people. I am familiar with the legend of Asari promiscuity.
If you flirt with
but
both,
those
you get forced to
rumors have
choose if you
little
try to get
basis in
both if the
fact.
game forces Liara.
When one of my people joins with an individual from another
Ooh,
species,
you almost got this scene with
it is a
Caden and
very
Liara.
deep and spiritual exchange. We do not enter lightly into a union.
You make it sound almost mystical.
A true union goes far beyond an ordinary melding. It is a connection that transcends the physical universe. Two become one. Thoughts and senses merge, identities intertwine. Memories and emotions weave themselves together, becoming entangled in a single, rapturous whole. It is unlike any other experience.
At least
in some cases, it can
Caden
be
does not
a
what?
truly life-changing event.
It sounds amazing. Are you saying...
No. Oh, no. I am not very good at this, am I? I'm sorry, Shepard. I am trying to explain why I have been so reserved. The Union is more
Oh,
than
Caden
just
is more
sex.
respectable about it?
It
He's
is the
definitely not
lifeblood of my
as
species, the way
salty
we
as Ashley, I
Asari
don't
evolve
think.
and grow as a society. That is why I have never... that is why we must choose our partners with great care.
Well,
want you
and
to
she
be
did
absolutely
tell
sure
him
of
at
this,
106 she's only little more than a
I am
child,
only
so,
106,
take it
barely
slowly.
an adult by Asari standards, and I spend most of my time absorbed in my research. I never really thought about it. Not until I met you. You are very special to me, Shepard. But with all that's happened, Saren, the Geth, the Reapers, I do not know if we are ready for this.
These are dark times, Liara. Maybe once all this is over.
I'm glad you
I thought he was
understand,
going to say, these are dark times,
There is too
Liara. You
much
never
at
know what's
stake.
going to happen
We need to put
tomorrow.
aside our
We
personal
only
feelings
have
and focus on
tonight.
stopping Saren. I wish it did not
Nike
have to be
Q
that
Bob
way.
Seeger.
But we all have to make sacrifices. Let's talk about something else.
I should go.
Can't believe Caden didn't make it. How could we just leave him down there?
Oh, Caden.
We had to leave him behind. Saren has to
You
be
didn't
stopped
even
at any
romance
cost.
Ashley, and you dumped Caden
Should've
for
been
her.
me,
What's the
Commander.
matter with
You know
you?
that.
Yes, it should have been you, Ashley. Actually, yes,
It wasn't
it
your
should have.
call, Williams. I had to choose. I chose you.
I'm sorry, Commander.
I'm
You saved my
disappointed.
life. I'm grateful for that. But it should have been me. Alenko was a superior officer. I would have gladly stayed behind.
Get it together, soldier. Caden's blood is on Saren's hands.
Get it together.
When we find that son of a bitch, I'll make him pay.
Yes, sir. We'll get it done.
Commander, excuse me for interrupting, but I have an idea. I think the beacon you found in Saren's base was similar to the one you found on Eden Prime. It may have filled in the missing pieces of your vision. I
Do you
might
think
be able to
Liara's
help you put
eyebrows
all
are
those
part of
pieces
her, or
together.
do you think she draws them on?
You want to join our
She would
minds
look
again,
very
don't
weird
you?
without them.
Okay, go ahead.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity.
The giant explosion.
I never thought the images would be so intense. I need a moment
Oh,
to
she
collect
gets them
myself.
tattooed.
Did the vision make any sense to you?
They're her natural mark?
A
Oh,
distress
her
call.
natural they're
A
natural
message
markings.
sent out across the Prothean Empire. A warning against the Reapers, but the warning came too late.
What about the conduit?
There were other images, locations, places I recognized from my research. Ilos!
Ilos, the conduit is on Ilos.
That is why Sarah needed to find the Mu relay. It is the only way to get to Ilos.
We need to get to
They look
Ilos.
tattooed. I mean, I
Forget
believe you,
it.
Andy,
The
because I
Mu
wouldn't
relay's
question you.
inside
I know
the
you well
terminus
enough to not
system.
question that stuff from you at this
Alliance ships are
point, but
not
they look
welcome there.
tattooed.
Neither are Spectres.
The conduit's on Ilos. That's
Ooh,
where
I'll
Saren
have
is
to
heading.
watch
I'll be
Tally's
waiting for
romance.
him when he gets there.
Saren will have his entire fleet orbiting Ilos. You will never make it down to the surface without reinforcements. You must alert the Council. We need a fleet to...
Oh.
I am sorry. The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
We're done here. Dismissed.
Commander, there's a convoy
Well, that was
nearby.
sympathetic. We're done.
I can link us
Leave.
in if you want to report back to the Citadel Council. You know, to warn them about Sovereign.
One of the developers
Commander,
confirmed they're natural. They are.
Are you coming to
Interesting.
check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going
Well,
to
they
be
shouldn't have
fine.
made them look
I was
quite so
impressed with her
tattooed because
knowledge
they
of Asari
totally look
physiology.
tattooed.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I've been thinking about Saren. I actually feel a little sorry for him now.
He's the last person I'd feel sorry for.
He is trapped inside his own mind. Part of him senses his identity slowly being swallowed up by Sovereign, but he is powerless to stop it. I wonder how he first fell into Sovereign's trap. Did he think he could somehow stop the Reapers from returning? Or was he simply driven by a lust for power and glory?
Yes.
Whatever Saren's reasons may have been, they're long gone now. He has to be stopped.
Yes, I suppose you're right. He may be Sovereign's
I'll
victim,
watch
but he is also a
Tallies,
threat to all
but
life
as I've
we
said
know it.
before, I hate to take
Let's
Tally
not
away from
spend every
Garrus because
3
they're
minutes talking
so
about
cute
Saren.
together.
It is bad enough we are chasing him across the galaxy.
I should go.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
It's like each Asari has their own pigmentation and markings. That's why others don't have it, like birthmarks, kind of.
Commander. Shepard, I cannot believe they did this to you. I am so sorry.
I showed them the truth and they still won't believe.
Damn it, they
It's
still
not
won't
right.
believe me.
You did everything they asked and more. Nobody else could have done what you did. The Council owes you everything.
I do love
everything.
her sort of
Instead,
iridescent
they strip
markings
you
and
of
her
your
the little
command and
freckles she has
ground
across her. I think
Normandy.
that's very cute. Her eyebrows look tattooed to
I
me,
should've-
but I understand that they're
Dina,
not.
The council, they're all the same. Petty, blind, and stupid.
Perhaps we could appeal and get them to reverse
He looks
their
very
decision.
depressed, sitting down on the floor in his own ship.
I pushed them as hard as I could. They wouldn't budge.
So you're going to walk away? You will just give up and doom the entire galaxy to extinction?
We lost the battle, not the war. I'll figure something out.
I believe in you, Shepard. I am with you every step of the way.
So romantic. I'm with you, Crystal. I don't think they look natural either.
Sorry to interrupt, Commander. Got a message from Captain Anderson.
Are you spying on us, Joker?
No, sir. Just knew you were on the ship and figured I'd pass the message on. The captain said to meet him at Flux, that club down in the wards.
You should probably go meet with him. Shepard, may I speak with you?
I was just thinking about you.
I have been thinking about you too, and what we are about to face. I do not know what is going to happen on Ilos. I hope we will stop Saren, of course, but part of me fears we are already too late. There is something I must tell you, in case we fail.
We're not going to fail. I promise.
Please, I am not looking for comfort. Saren might already have the conduit.
So in Mass
It is
Effect
time to
1,
be completely
Shepard
honest
would be
with each
what,
other.
like
These could be our
34-ish?
last
He's in his
moments
early
together.
30s, is he not?
Our last chance to show each other how we feel. I want this to be special.
I want this, Liara. I do. But are you sure you're ready?
I have never been more sure of anything in my life. Will you join with me, Shepard? Let our bodies and minds unite.
I thought you'd never ask.
I thought you'd never ask. Yeah, early. That's what I thought. Early 30s. No, I think he's in his 30s, Shar. Because by Mass Effect 3, he's in his maybe mid 30s. The black eye thing is creepy. Wow, this romance seems more graphic than some of the other ones. Not that any of them are very graphic particularly, but I don't remember getting to see Cadence behind. Did I? I don't remember seeing Cadence behind. The way they end these scenes always makes me laugh.
Incredible, Shepard.
He's not. He's just like
Ready for
she's
round
naked
two.
still. He's like instantly. He's fully dressed,
Commander?
back in his uniform.
5 minutes ETA to the Mu relay.
I had better go. Duty calls. You would not want to keep Joker waiting. Shepard, whatever happens on
Paramore.
Iros, I just
Guy's
wanted to
getting all his
say
trophies.
thank you for everything.
This is the single best opening scene of a video game, in my opinion, I have ever seen. We're not going to get to see it here because he's going to skip over that part, but I will never forget watching this for the first time, ever.
I'm not doing this just so they
I think it's the first time I've ever watched a game, or what, like one of the only times I've ever watched a game where I was actually like legit shocked.
He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either.
I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttle. I'll take care of Joker.
Yep.
Shepard,
LIARA, go. Now.
aye aye. Everybody in! Go, go, go!
Bonk. It's a bad day for her.
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
What the hell? That's almost exactly what Benizia just
Either
said.
you pay me, or
Isn't
I
that
flay
funny?
you alive with my mind.
Shepard, Nixeris, hold my calls.
That's really funny. I like what she's wearing better here, too. Oh, look at, he's a renegade. Oh, no, his face is still scarred up from the accident. Nope, he looks like a renegade.
My sources said you were alive, but I never believed. It's very good to see you.
It's good to
Very
see you
good to
too,
see you,
LIARA.
but you're not looking that
How
good.
are you doing?
I'm doing well. I've been working as an information broker. It's paid the bills since you... well, for the past 2 years. And now you're back. Gunning for the collectors.
I would
with
totally wear
Cerberus.
that dress.
If you know that, then you know that
I
I
like
could use
these
your help.
sorry dresses.
I can't, Shepard. I'm sorry. I have commitments here. Things I need to take
Yeah, I
care
think he's
of.
playing renegade too. But they get
What kind of things
they
you
get
need to take
progressively
care of?
creepier.
Are you in trouble?
No, no trouble. But it's been a long 2 years. I had things to do while you were gone. I have debts to repay.
You know, even her
Listen,
tone of voice
if you
has
want to
changed
help,
a bit, which you
I need
notice a
someone
lot
with
more coming
hacking
right on the
expertise,
heels of those other
someone I can
scenes.
trust.
She looks a little bit older and she talks a little
If you
bit
could disable
more
security
maturely.
at key points around Ilium, you could get me information I need. That would help me a great deal.
If it'll help you, I'll take care of it.
When you hack one, a server will open somewhere nearby for a short time. You can download data from there, if you hurry. Thank you, Shepard. This may help me pay a great debt.
There's an Asari named Samara here on Ilium. You know where I can find her?
Samara. Yes. She arrived recently and registered with Tracking Officer Dara. You can find Dara at the transportation.
You do have to
hub.
wonder a little bit why she needs
would
Shepard
Samara
to
have
do
to
these
register with
things
a
for her. I
tracking
mean, she's
officer?
the
Is
information
she a
broker.
criminal?
She's way more powerful
No.
technologically
In fact,
wise
she's
than
quite the
Shep is in
opposite.
this regard.
Samara is a Justicar.
So she
one of
can't
an
hack a
ancient
few
sect of
computers
Asari
around
warriors. Dara can tell you more.
the town.
I'm looking for Thane Krios. He's supposed to be here on Ilium.
The assassin? Yes. He arrived here a few days
No,
ago.
I know she's been through a
My
lot, but
sources
that's what
tell
I'm
me he
saying.
may
They're
be
managing,
targeting a corporate executive,
excuse me, they're managing to
Asana
convey that
Mantis.
just in her voice is slightly
contacted a woman
deeper.
named
She
Serena.
speaks a little bit with a little
Serena
more
has an office in the
self-assurance. She
cargo
speaks a little
transfer labs.
faster. It's
Perhaps
interesting
she
how
can
they've
tell you
sort
where
of,
Krios
they
is.
have matured her.
That was all just off the top of your head?
I'm a very good information broker, Shepard. The world of intrigue isn't that different from a dig site, except that the dead bodies still smell.
Thanks for the help. That's all I needed to know.
Of course. If there's anything else I can help you with, let me know.
I know you're looking for the Shadow Broker. Cerberus gave me data on where to find him. Interested?
Absolutely. I had no idea. Let me see what you've got. It looks like a leaked transmission between Shadow Broker operatives. Some hints as to the location and... It's about Farron. He's still alive.
Who's Farron?
He was a friend.
Nope.
He helped me recover your
I
body
was
from the
wrong. I'm
Shadow
not sure
Broker.
why I said that.
Why did the Shadow Broker want my corpse?
He was going
His
to sell you to
eyes,
the
they're
collectors, but Farron
disgusting.
and I stopped him. Farron sacrificed himself to save
Well, that's
me.
probably true, Andy.
So you rescued me.
Hunter, stop. Let's just
Then how
enjoy
did I end
the
up with Cerberus?
romance.
Well, they gave me intel to help recover you. They actually put Farron with me in the first place. After I got out, I gave you to them. They said they could bring you back.
Yep.
You kept me out of the Collector's hands. Without you, I couldn't have come back. Thank you.
You don't know what that means to me, Shepard. I didn't know who you'd be when you came back. If you'd feel. They brought you back. And now they're giving me a chance to find Farron. After 2 years. I hadn't even dreamed.
Sounds like you and Farron were close.
It's funny.
How close were
He
you?
betrayed me more than once. He was double dealing for Cerberus, for the Shadow Broker. But in the end, he sacrificed himself for me. I owe him.
If he's been the Shadow Broker's prisoner for 2 years, he may not be in good shape.
No kidding.
I know. But yesterday, all I wanted was the chance to avenge his death. Today, he's alive. I'll do whatever I have to do to get him back.
Any friend of yours is a friend of mine. What's the next step?
I don't know. I need to prepare, to think. I'm going home. Use my terminal if you need any local intel.
You okay?
Wouldn't she invite him
Spent 2
over? I mean,
years
come on.
plotting revenge. Now
They
I
were
have the chance to
lovers.
make it a rescue.
Let me help. I'll come by your apartment.
Ah, yes. I forgot.
I'll have a plan by then. Thank you, Shepard.
I spoke too soon. See, those dresses are great.
The picture changed when you touched it. It must be keyed to your ID. What does it show now?
It's a Prothean dig site. Liara did leave a message.
There are a few Prothean-looking objects around the apartment. Let's see what we can find.
Vasir, I've got something here.
Backup disk. Let's try it on her terminal.
I don't remember this scene.
It looks like she recorded a call.
What have you got for me, Sagat?
It was tricky, but you paid for the best. I can narrow it down to a cluster, maybe even a system.
How soon can you have it?
Shouldn't take long. Come to my office. Barrier Frontiers in the Dracon Trade Center. Gotta say though to Sony, you're making me a little nervous. How big is the trouble that could come out of this?
Relax, Sagat. I'll see you in a few hours.
This must be important.
That's probably true,
The Shadow
Christy.
Broker's people already tried to kill her once.
I know where the Dracon
It is a
Trade
bit
Center
irritating that with all the
presence
romances,
on.
you essentially have
Let's
to start
go.
over in each game. Okay, that's true. A few years is a long time. Yeah. But still. Well, I guess when you think about it, that's true. Because it's like when you run into Caden And he's kind of shocked to see you, shocked that you're alive, and then really shocked that you're with Cerberus. I could see where that'd be weird. You think they're dead. You thought they were dead for all that time.
Liara's in there.
He's looking bad. Looking worse.
This could be a problem.
You think, Miranda?
They just took out 3 floors to make sure she's dead. I'll grab this Sky car and seal off the building from the top.
I'll start down here and work my way up.
Just leave some for me.
There's always the famous scene. Shoot them, they slide slowly down the wall.
Damn it. If I'd have been a few seconds faster, I could have stopped them.
Is this Saket?
Must have been.
No sign of that data Liara talked about. Looks like a dead end.
Speaking of which, did you find your friend's body?
You mean this body?
Liara!
I was about to say, you didn't already figure that out?
This is the woman who tried to kill me.
You've had a rough day, so I'll let that slide. Why don't you put that gun down?
I saw you. I doubled back after I left. I watched you break into my apartment.
You didn't know where Liara went, because she hid the message. You needed me to find it for you.
Thanks for the help.
Once she had my location, she signaled the Shadow Broker's forces. They bombed the building to take me out. She found Saket, took his data, and killed him. I'm guessing she's still got the disc on her.
Good guess. Not that you'll ever see what's on it. You pure blood bitch!
You pure blood bitch! It's a great insult. And she just deployed it. I think Sarah should have been more inviting. She knew Cerberus was fixing by her distance was full of strength. Hayden knew nothing of his unexpected. I think that's a very good point. But, you know, it would be awkward. 2 years. 2 years you haven't seen somebody. Come on, Liara, you gotta kick her ass. I mean, look at that. Liara is as badass on one hand as she is gentle on the other hand. I love it.
I'm fine, by the way. Thanks for asking.
He's looking worse for wear every time you see him.
Look, she's getting away.
There she is.
I hope there's a lot of
I'm right.
city
No, wait,
flying
left.
around in the
I'm
next
on
Mass
her.
Effect because I love this stuff.
Hang a left. She's around the corner.
I'll tell you one thing I'm definitely hoping for in,
going
in the next
construction
Mass
site,
Effect.
huh?
Definitely
goodness.
hoping for animations that distinguish.
need to go faster.
This guy's having fun. Animations that distinguish the male walk from the female walk. They generally just made everybody run like
I'm
apes.
going!
Oh, look, he's got a
Hurry,
back. He's a
Shepard, we're
backseat
losing
driver.
her.
He's like, I'm going,
oncoming
quit
traffic.
nagging me.
We'll be fine.
There's never enough time with Alistair.
She's dropping proximity charges.
I noticed.
Oh my god, these two, they're like a married couple. I noticed, woman. You don't need to keep telling me.
She's got reinforcements.
What kind kind of guns does this thing have?
It's a taxi. It has a fare meter.
Wonderful.
God, the dialogue is really funny.
I know.
They're like a total marriage couple. What kind of guns does this
There
thing
we
have?
go.
She's like, dude, it's
You're
a
enjoying
taxi.
this. Head-on collision at this speed.
Yeah, I hear those can be bad for you.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't.
Watch out.
It's Crystal. It's undoubtedly easier on a PC. The land. Oh, that's not going to turn well. Shepard, what kind of guns do these things have?
I've crashed on Azure. Get me some damn backup.
There's Shepard, and he's not looking particularly amused.
What kind
Cullen
of
and
hotel
Inquisition
is this?
reminds me of Caden. Well, that's probably why I always romance Cullen and Caden. I'm very predictable.
Azure is slang for a part of the Asari body.
Clearly, I have a type.
Some areas of Imriel,
Where?
mainly the lower reaches, near the bottom.
I meant where on the
Like the
Asari
guy
body?
focuses on the video for like 40 seconds. Let's focus on the pole dancer for the first 20 seconds I'm in here. No, there's nothing wrong with predictability.
Vizier, it's over.
Oh, she's bleeding, bleeding.
Hey, hey you!
Come here. What's your name?
Mariana.
Mariana. You want to live, don't you? Tell those people that you want to live.
Please.
Please.
Even if you get out of here, you'll lose your Spectre status. You attacked the trade center.
You think so? I think maybe Cerberus terrorists did that. Which story do you think the Council will believe? All you had to do was walk away. Now it gets ugly.
Please, I have a son.
A son? I hope he gets to see you again.
Look,
I've
her
heard losing a
teeth at
parent is
her
just
ear.
horrific for children. Scars them for life.
I'm going to end you, Vizier.
It's okay, Liara. We'll handle it. The usual way.
You want Mariana's little boy to grow up without a mommy, Shepard?
Thermoclips on the ground now. Power cells too.
You're pathetic.
Hiding behind a hostage, Vasir? No stomach for a real fight. Just like an Asari.
Drop the thermoclips, Shepard.
You girls should really just stick to dancing. You know, play to your strengths.
Yeah, Totes, I like
I'm
predictability.
gonna kill your hostage, Vasir. And then I'm gonna show you how a real Spectre
I mean, not
gets
100%
things
of the
done.
time, but in my partners, yeah, I like predictability, generally speaking.
Now, Liara.
Now, Liara, hit her with the table. Oof.
Ah, damn it! Damn it!
Oh, she's really bleeding now.
Zakat's personal data pad. This has what we need to find the Shadow Broker.
You're dead. The
I
Shadow
thought she
Broker
was
has
the
been
Shadow
in
Broker
power
now.
for
I got my
decades.
dates mixed
He's
up.
stronger than anything you've ever faced.
Is that why you sold out the council to work for him?
You think I betrayed the Council? Like Saren? Go to hell. The Broker's
to
given
hell.
you damn good intel over the years. Intel that saved lives and kept the Citadel safe. So if the Broker needs a few people to disappear, I'll pay that price without hesitation.
Well, Spectres don't live
Tell
outside
yourself
the
whatever
law,
you like.
so...
The council would never accept you working for the Shadow Broker.
Well, that's probably true.
The Council? You ditched them, played dead for 2 years, and came back working for terrorists. You have any idea what Cerberus has done?
I know who they are and what they've done. It doesn't matter.
I think it does. You want to judge me? Look in the mirror.
She does make a
Kidnapping
valid
kids for
point.
biotic death camps.
She does.
Killing Alliance admirals who ask questions. And you're with them. Don't you dare judge me. Don't you?
She makes a valid point. Yep, Scott, I agree.
Eliminate Sony and retrieve the data. Civilian casualties not a concern.
Vasir's dead.
I'm putting the data through to the Normandy's computers. We can be at the Shadow Broker's base in a few hours. He'll know about
We have
Vasir
time
before
for a
long.
Vulcan mind melding before we get there.
Decides to
We'll get Farron out of there alive, Liara. I promise.
I know. You're here to help. Just like always.
That's not a good thing?
When we first met on Therum, you saved me from the Geth. You fought a Krogan battlemaster while I cowered. Now you're doing it again. And I'm still leading. My God, her
posture.
That's what friends do, Liara.
Look at her. All these people who slouch.
I can get us there based on Sakat's data. The Normandy's stealth drive will keep them from detecting us. The Shadow Broker's agents are still shooting their way through Ilium. With luck, they won't notice we've left until it's too late.
That's a little cold.
They won't notice
They
we're
killed innocent
gone
people.
until...
You know what I mean.
Do I? When I hit the ground back at the trade center, you went after Vasir without a backward look.
A little fall wasn't going to kill you. I had to stay on Vasir. I had to stay rational, make the call, like I did with Sakat.
That's Vasir's fault, not yours.
Sakat had no idea what the stakes were. I put him in harm's way to get the data I needed. I got him killed. And I'd do it again. But from here on out, things will be simple. Get in, get Farron, get out. And kill anyone who tries to stop us.
That's it?
That's it.
Will you just stop for a second? We'll be jumping several light years. There's time to talk.
About what?
About us.
Shepard, listen, I'm glad you're here.
Are you worried there might be terminals you need me to hack?
That's not fair.
Ouch.
You were dead.
I came back.
Yes, you came back. And now you'd rather pass time with Miss Lawson and her low-cut jumpsuit. Look, Shepard, I'm an information broker.
Oh, that's funny.
I didn't mean... Look, for now, let's focus on getting Farron back.
Fine.
Yes, we've evolved into bad posture. Every one of these games, Shepard has terrible posture. I realize this makes me sound like a grandma. I don't care. It looks bad. Yeah, she gets really jealous right there. We've got to look at Miss Wilson's cleavage. He's like, well, yeah.
The oceans boil during the day, then snap freeze 10 minutes after sundown.
The Shadow Broker lives in this?
His ship follows the sunset, completely undetectable in the storm, unless you know where to look.
How do we
She's
get
still
inside?
cute even when she's
The
jealous.
shuttle bay is locked down.
She is cute.
We'll need to land on the ship and hunt for a hatch.
Her eyes are different colors. Have you noticed in the earlier in the game her eyes were kind of a much more indeterminate blue-gray, and now they're like blue. To be fair, Miranda is pretty hot. The only thing that got mentioned, Shar, I just point out, is her cleavage.
It's locked. Hang on.
I mean,
I've
I
got
get
a
it,
bypass
but-
shunt program that can crack it.
How long will it take?
I don't know, Shepard. I've never broken into the Shadow Broker's base before. Well, not this one anyway.
That's funny. When I played it in Romance Italian 2 and 3, she took things a lot better, but I also play Paragons, that might make a difference. That's probably true.
Farron.
Can you imagine how much she's sweating in that leather
getting
jumpsuit?
you out.
I mean, when you think about it, it's kind of gross. I don't think she's that hot, Char. She's fake looking from boobs to butt, and personally, I don't like that look. Well, okay, not to defend Char, Crystal, but
Thought this looked too easy.
This chair.
I'm not
plugged into the
attracted to
broker's
that look
info
either,
network.
but I get it.
You have to shut off the power. Pull me out now, and my brain cooks.
Do you know where we can cut the power?
It won't be easy. You'll have to go to Central Operations.
What do you know about the broker?
To each their own. I suspect most men think
I was hoping
Miranda's
you'd know
good
what he
looking.
is.
I never got a good look.
I agree,
but
she's
he's
fake
big.
looking.
The guards are terrified of him.
A Krogan?
I don't know, but not everyone who visits his office comes back out.
If he left you alive for us to find, the broker has no idea how dangerous we are.
Don't underestimate him. He prepares
With
for
Tally,
everything.
Liara says she knew
Central
Tally had a crush on
Operations is
Shep,
down
but
the
didn't
hall.
tell Shep because she didn't
the
want
Shadow Broker's
competition.
waiting for you, right?
That's
I'm
interesting.
counting on it.
We'll be back for you, Farron.
I'll try not to go anywhere.
She is a video game character, designed by men.
Here for the drill.
Well, Miranda always says herself she is perfect. Well, she's somebody's definition of perfect, but yes, she does always. She says it incessantly.
Not reckless, just determined. Ask your Asari Spectre about that.
Basir was expendable. All her death cost me was time.
God, how would you like to be described as expendable in the last couple moments of your life?
Your interference caused all this.
Just Laura Croft
Farron
2.0.
betrayed me when he handed you Shepard's body. The drill is simply paying the price.
It'll be pretty hard to run a base this size with no crew.
They're replaceable. Your arrival is barely an
Listen to this
interruption.
dude.
Someone was bound to come after you for working with the collectors.
It was a mutually beneficial partnership. Your arrival is convenient. The collector's offer still stands. Enough talk. My operations are too crucial to be compromised by a traitor.
Are those all eyeballs?
Confident for someone with nowhere left to hide.
You travel with fascinating companions, Doctor. Thank you for bringing me Okir's project to Sony. His dissection will be interesting.
You're not putting a hand on anyone.
It's pointless to challenge me, Asari. I know your every secret, while you fumble in the dark.
Is that right? You're a Yogg, a pre-spaceflight species quarantined
You're
to
a
their
Yogg.
homeworld from massacring the Council's first contact teams. This base is older than your planet's discovery, which probably means you killed the original Shadow Broker 60 years ago, then took over. I'm guessing you were taken from your world by a trophy hunter who wanted a slave. Or a pet. How am I doing?
Ouch. Ah, he's big. He's bigger than they expect. Did you see Shepard's face? That was funny. How am I doing? Well, evidently, pretty well, because you kind of pissed him off. He's so cool. Well, he's got a big gun, but he's clumsy looking. Yeah, he's a good looking.
The shield's kinetically sensitive. Energy and projectiles are bouncing off.
Then we do this the hard way.
I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way. I forgot about this. He just literally punches the shit out of him.
If you can get him to bring up that shield again, I've got an idea.
LIARA, now!
Meshy ending. What is Garrus's comment on Surkesh if you have Liara when you see the Yogg in Mass Effect 3? Heartbreaker, I think Jack is more attractive than Miranda. I think Jack has the potential to be more attractive than Miranda, but Jack is such a bitch sometimes. I mean, she's so prickly.
Shadow Broker, this is Operative Murat. We've had a momentary connection failure. Can you confirm status?
Operative Shora requesting update. Are we still online?
Shadow Broker,
Oh
I've
yes,
lost our
we're
feed.
still
We're
online.
online and awaiting instructions.
I love that moment where they show her deciding, they show her taking that sort of essential step forward.
This is the Shadow Broker. The situation is under control. We experienced a power fluctuation while upgrading hardware. It disrupted communications momentarily.
However, we are now back online. Resume standard procedures.
I want a status report on all operations within the next solar day.
She's become a badass. Our little Liara has grown up.
Goddess of Oceans. It's you. You...
I heard the Yag yell, Tassoni!
Well, everyone who's ever seen him in person is dead. So...
You're the new Shadow Broker.
Oh
It'll be
my
nice to have access to
God.
information I can trust. Broker.
I'm not sure I'm ready for you to call me that. I'm not sure about any of this, but I had to do it. With the Shadow Broker's information network.
Oh, that's a good point, Christy. Dating the Shadow Broker would be
can give
interesting.
you-
She has access to her boyfriend, girlfriend's entire life.
I'll
That's
check
true.
the power systems.
She can keep track of you 24 hours a day. I don't know, who do I think is the best looking woman? Oh, Liara.
It's over. It's finally. For 2 years.
God, you need to get your face fixed, Shepard.
It's all right.
It's been 2 years. I don't... We're different people. You have your mission and...
He does not care.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
But honestly, Shepard, fix your
should
face.
focus.
It's not a good look.
Let's see what our options are.
In the whole franchise or on the game? I would say all the main women, of all the romance options, which one's the best looking, I think, do I think?
And it's all ours.
Miranda doesn't do
Sure you
it
wanna
for
stay
me,
here?
first of
I
all,
could
because I'm
use
not
you on
into women,
Normandy.
but also because she's just a little bit too much, and she's kind of bitchy, and that affects her
All I
looks
wanted
to
was
me.
to
I know
rescue
most men
Farron,
wouldn't feel that way.
Is it wrong that
But
part
just
of
on
me
pure
wants
looks,
this? With the Shadow Broker's network, I can help you. Maybe I can turn this operation into something better.
I don't know, I think Liara is pretty good looking.
Don't be a stranger this time.
Small chance of that. Come back soon.
Exactly, Jambo. It'd be like, come on, dude. I mean, look, she's perfect looking, and she has to kiss his face. He's all broken up.
How are you doing, Liara?
I'm a bit overwhelmed.
Well, yeah, we can't see
Shadow
Tally's
Broker had
face.
more resources
She's got a
than
good
you can
figure,
imagine.
though.
Here, come on over. He had top
Oh,
level
look, he's
access
not
to
wearing his
Victorian
uniform
and
for
Asari
once.
governments. And more than
Best looking
one
woman for
Solarian
me is
Dalfrost
probably
traded intel,
Mass Effect
at
3
least able
Ashley
to
or
share it with you.
Trainer.
If you're in over your head, we could just crash this thing and walk
Ashley
away.
is good looking. Yeah, she is good
That's
looking.
just it. In a way, I feel like I
Is
belong
Trainer
here. Working on my own, I was always
a
hunting
romance
for
option
leads.
for male and
With the
female?
Shadow Broker's
I can't remember.
resources, it's about organizing, cataloging. I've got everything.
Yep, the personality affects how I see people. Ashley, Miranda, even Jack don't have the best personality for that leaves Liara. You know, I kind of get that. I kind of think in some ways that's what you
You're
were
not
saying
gonna
about
turn into a
Miranda
recluse
earlier.
with
I
creepy
think
information on everyone
in
the
a
galaxy,
vacuum
are you?
she's good looking, but
understand
I don't like her
temptation.
personality particularly.
I've got all the secrets of the
But I also
galaxy
know
at
that
my
most men
fingertips.
could give a flying shit about a woman's personality. If you're just talking about looks, they can totally separate it. And okay, maybe I'm generalizing, but
helping you stop the
I think
Reapers.
it's a
That will
stereotype
keep me
because it's got purpose. I mean, it's got
Relatively speaking.
Have you found anything useful yet?
things become stereotypes
Shadow
because they're
Broker
often
knew
true.
about
Let's
the
put it that way.
Reapers. Perhaps that's why he offered to help.
You like
prove Saren's
Trainer.
guilt
I'm
to
trying to
the
think who I
council.
like. I actually love
didn't want
Shepard's
Saren to
looks, the
succeed.
default Shepard. I don't like her posture, but I like her looks.
He also knew that the collectors were Protheans, repurposed to be Harbinger's puppets. There's even some data on the Protheans.
Well, he looks a little better
I think
now.
He knew what was coming and was looking for a way to survive.
Well, Trainer has the single best line in all of the entire Mass
Why
Effect
was he still
series
looking at
with the
They gave us the warning and the conduited islands.
my mind just went
but we've
blank.
used those.
The Shadow
Damn
Brokers
it! I
seemed
had it
to
in my
think
head
there
just a
was
second
more
ago. The
out there.
toothbrush line.
Perhaps the Protheans had other plans. Or maybe he was just grasping at anything that offered some hope.
How'd you know
Okay,
what the
Trainer's
Shadow
female
Broker is?
only. Cortez is male. I knew Cortez was male
I had
only.
no
So the only
idea what
one
to expect
to
when I
enfranchise
finally found
Emmy to be like that.
But I
Yeah, with the
researched
toothbrush.
pre-spaceflight cultures during
Yeah,
some of
I
my
guess I
Prothean
forgot that
studies.
Trainer was
I know a
female
bit about
only
the
because I've never
There's more on the
tried to
terminals
romance her.
If you want to look. They're a fascinating culture and a terrifying one,
How's Farron doing?
as well as you'd expect after 2 years of intermittent torture.
You gonna be okay?
I don't know.
Well,
He wants to work, so I'm letting him help.
Edie doesn't
Maybe it takes
count
his mind
because
off
she's
it.
not. I mean, she's not a real
So,
girl.
you
I mean,
and
she
Farron-
becomes real, but you know
Are
what I
just
mean. It's a
friends.
manufactured body, but she does have
I
a
love you made
fantastic
it
voice.
clear that I was
And Trainer
That's
sort of
what he
likes
would
it. Yep.
say. Taken.
You know, I didn't come down here just to talk about Data.
I didn't put on my dress
About the
uniform and come
kiss.
down here just to talk about
We
the Shadow
just
Broker.
finished the fight. I miss you, but it's been 2 years. I don't want to put pressure on you.
I've got fond memories of the last time you put pressure on me.
So do I.
Why don't you come to the Normandy for
I
drinks?
find Trainer's rejection of. I have never seen Trainer's rejection of male
I'd
Shep.
like
I'll have to look that up.
Good. Get your things and come on up.
Okay.
Get your
thanks.
things, baby, and
I'll
come
be
on
right
over to the
there.
ship.
Just give me a minute.
We'll bang. She smiles as she walks away. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up actually. Trainer's rejection of male Shep. His face looked better in the last scene. Now it looks bad again. Ooh,
Did
look,
you
she
enjoy
put
the
on her
tour?
she put on her nice clothes.
Yes, it's a beautiful ship. And I ran into Joker. He seemed happy to see me. Although, he did ask me to record any parts of our conversation where my eyes do that freaky black eternity thing.
Of course he did.
Pervert.
I also spoke with Dr.
Oh
Joker.
God, remember that
I'm glad she's
banter
doing
you get with Joker?
I brought
If you could do enough of the banters, you get
took
that
some
banter where he
digging,
accidentally plays that video
I
out
recovered
loud.
your tags.
I thought I'd never see these again.
You can't get back everything you lose, but sometimes you get lucky.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Yeah, that was a big giant double entendre.
How are you actually doing, Shepard? I mean, really. Not what you tell your squad to keep moving
Joker
along.
does have some of the best banter. I know, Totes. Sometimes you get lucky, and he's
Honestly,
like, "Yep, that's the plan."
Tired of dealing with Cerberus. Tired of the council ignoring me. Tired of my closest friends not believing me.
Yes, I heard about what Ashley said on Horizon. I'm sorry. But their short-sightedness doesn't diminish what you've accomplished. There wouldn't be a man.
Look, she
woman,
is
or
so much
child
more
left on
self-assured
Horizon,
now.
If not for you.
You know the worst part of it? Cerberus planted intel to lure the collectors there. Horizon was bait.
Yeah, I that's funny, Crystal.
They'd have hit another world if we hadn't lured them there, but aren't you gonna tell me not to work with them?
I gave them your body, remember? What should I say? And I trust you. You'll stick to your beliefs no matter what Cerberus wants. So tell me what you want. If this all ends tomorrow, what happens to us?
I don't know. Marriage, old age, and a lot of little blue children.
Aww.
You just say these things.
Look at her face, though. She looks super pleased.
Goddess, you were dead.
I got better.
I'm not dead yet.
This time, but you're going to leave again. When your team is ready, you'll leap through the Omega-4 relay.
It is a sweet conversation, but you hear that slightly off-key music in the background. Things are coming.
2 years warning you. So if we're going to try this, I need to know you're always coming back.
I don't know.
Well, that's a guarantee nobody
Pretty
can
big
make.
promise to make.
I mean, you get hit by a bus walking out of your door tomorrow.
Is it?
A brick could fall on your head.
I'd have to have something special to come back to.
God, please get your face fixed.
How about this?
Well, this is interesting. Several scenes I have never seen.
Everything.
Come back soon, Liara.
Oh, he does like her. Okay, Mass Effect 3. This is the first of the Mass Effect games that I personally ever played. And I loved it so much I had to go back and play the other two. James.
Easy there, Lieutenant. She's with us.
Shepard, thank the goddess you're alive.
You too, Liara.
I was so worried when the reports came in. I'm sorry about Earth.
Yeah, it was difficult to leave.
Mass Effect 3?
Ashley, I'm sorry. But why'd you come here?
Hackett ordered us to come. Said you'd know what was going on.
Okay, see, I have to say, Ashley's pretty dang good looking. You were right. By Mass Effect 3, Ashley's very good looking.
Answers, finally.
I think she's in some ways
I've
better
discovered
looking than
plans for a
Miranda.
Prothean device, one that could wipe out the Reapers.
Here on Mars?
In the Prothean archives, yes.
Oh my god, this makes me want to play again.
We've known about the archives for decades. Why now?
Process of elimination, mixed with a little desperation. When you destroyed the Alpha Relay, you bought us some time, but then you were under investigation. I knew I had to do something.
You went
Hackett
2, 3, 1.
He contacted me, asking if I would use my resources as a shadow broker to find a way to
She got promoted so she can afford better
My
product.
search led me here.
That's not nice.
Hackett got me access to the archives and kept me updated on your
Although I'm
status.
not going to say it's not true.
I meant to come see you, but
I would have liked that. But under the circumstances...
Yeah, she's good looking by Mass Effect 3, isn't she, Totes?
you're too
But
kind.
but I've seen her before, but never in my own personal games, because she's always dead by this point.
The archives
It's
are
all
full of
about
data, an
Caden.
overwhelming amount. I think I found what we need.
Sounds like this weapon might be our best chance to blow the Reapers to hell.
It's not a weapon, not yet. It's plans for a device.
A blueprint.
It's more than we had a minute ago. How do we get it?
The archives are just across that tramway. Assuming Cerberus hasn't locked it down.
What are they after?
Yeah, they seem hell-bent on catching you.
They want what I'm here
James.
for. What we're all here for.
But why?
The Protheans came close to defeating the Reapers. They had plans to destroy them, but ran out of time.
And anything powerful enough to destroy the Reapers.
Okay, now you gotta admit, she's good looking.
Be interested in.
So it's a race to the archives.
We need to pressurize the room first.
Bitchy, but good looking. Oops, I gotta quit jostling her.
There we go. We have access to the labs. They'll take us right to the tram station.
Hey, looks like there's a recording of what happened here.
The first time I ever saw this too, I was like, oh, that's horrible. Or not this scene, the scene where they realized that they turned off all the air in that room, where they sucked all the air out. Blah.
Doctor, I'll get you a report.
Dr. Eva.
I guess we know how.
Yeah,
Cerberus
that
got
scene.
in.
I should have realized it when I met her. I was just so focused on finding a way to stop the Reapers.
Stopping the Reapers is the only thing we should be focused on. It's
So
not
if they
your
thought
fault.
she was a real person, does that mean she had some kind of synthetic lining on top of that, metal body that, was soft? Yes, it would be a super, super brutal way to die. You like
shouldn't
James
think that
Vega,
way.
do you?
I don't know how you do it. You've always stayed focused even in the worst situations.
When there's so much at stake, I think about my friends, loved ones, what I'd lose if I failed.
I like James Vega. He just always strikes me as he's very young.
We'll stop them, Liara. Together.
All right, so how old is Shep
Or I believe that
by
you
this
believe.
point? This is
Maybe
like
that's
6
enough.
years later, isn't it? Oh, she can make her hair and
doors
it's have to
open.
look real.
We
Okay,
can get
that's
to
what I
the
thought.
labs and tram station through there. Shepard. Edie is extracting data from the Cerberus machine. We'll have details to present to the Council by the time we reach the Citadel.
And Lieutenant Commander Williams?
I've done what I can for her. She needs proper medical attention soon.
That completely threw me when he said Lieutenant Commander
It's going
Williams.
to get worse, isn't it?
Unless we stop the Reapers.
Because my Shepard always says, and Caden?
I've looked at the data. This weapon could be the answer if we can build it.
Okay, 3 years later. I thought it was like 5 or
Get the
6
sense
years
you don't
later.
quite believe it, though.
I'm a soldier. I should be back on Earth fighting, not wasting my time with this.
If it's going to work, we need you. Shepard. Isn't it worth trying at least?
I'm going to check on Ashley and James. Make sure we're ready to present our findings to the Council.
I'm sure the Council will see the need to help.
It'll
That's
be a
what
hell
you
of a
think.
short war if they don't.
Oh, he's having bad dreams, bad dreams.
Liara, can I help you?
I've been forwarding the Turian Councilor information on
Doesn't it seem like an odd greeting? I mean, she's been his lover.
without Council support.
Can I help you?
But
Why
he's
are you
not
here at my
budging until
room?
Their Primarch is safe.
I know.
Are you all right?
I didn't get what you'd call a good night's rest.
There's more to it than that, isn't there? What's really bothering you?
When the Reapers hit, I could hear people screaming in the streets below me. We left a lot of them behind.
Yep, that's a big
There's
scene.
no way for you to save them all.
That's
But
true,
I know
Crystal.
You're doing everything you can, and you'll get back there in time to help.
I hope you're right.
Don't blame yourself, Commander.
Commander?
I'm Specialist... Oh. I beg your pardon. I thought you were alone.
I was just leaving.
A Primarch. That toothbrush is a Primarch. A Primarch. What's it called? The Primarch. God damn it. Now it's going to bug me.
Commander Shepard, it's a pleasure to see you again.
You're the drone
Isn't
from
it
the Shadow
Primarch?
ship.
No. No. Have I got that wrong?
To me as Glyph instead of info drone 95% of the time.
You cried through a good portion of Mass Effect 3 the first time you played it. I still cried. Yeah, I do too. Occasionally. Not today, though. I know, the Primarch is... That's why I said it's not Primarch. That's the Turing guy. What is the name of the toothbrush? Thank you, Shar. Assistant Pro 6000. Did you look that up, Shar, or are you guessing? I'd be highly disappointed if you're guessing. The Primarch. Of course, the Primarch is the Turian leader. What a dumbass.
Looks like you brought more than just that drone from your ship.
You remember?
A few things were necessary. I'd be a very silent shadow broker without data feeds.
So you have access to your resources?
What I can get. We'll need it to research this Prothean device. Until we understand precisely what it does, it's far too dangerous to use.
Oh God, this guy had the same problem with the hand.
This weapon?
You mean, will it work?
That happens in every one of my playthroughs. She's got that wacky, glitchy hand that's always up like, yeah, see? I thought it was just me.
It'd be nice to know we're not kids playing around with a loaded gun.
Absolutely. The damage it could cause if it backfired is unthinkable. This will be difficult even for us. If something happens on a mission...
Char's right, and I didn't look it up. You guys.
I'll always remember that tour of the Normandy. But let's be honest, Shepard.
The Sisson Pro 6000.
We left off.
How much did it cost? It costs. Remember, she says it costs whatever, and then Shep says, "Yeah, you're on your own." At least that's what my Shep always says. You're on your own with that.
I like that list, but later. There's so much left.
Can you guys hear that in the background? I hope you
working with
can't.
Edie. Hopefully, we can discover what the Protheans left for us. But I'm looking forward to talking about something other than business.
It sounds like gunfire.
Maybe later. Hello again, Shepard.
How much do you know about this Prothean artifact?
Very little. We're fortunate enough Data survived to piece together the blueprints. Decoding them will
cost 6,000 credits.
You brought your little helper with you?
But at the very end, that last scene,
it helps sort
when
through
she's
all
holding
the
her
data that
toothbrush,
led me to the archive on Mars.
it makes a tiny Mass Effect.
Glyphs interfaced with the data feeds. Its analytical software should come in handy.
You want one.
You as the broker, Liara.
It's been exciting. The old broker's ship.
It breaks up
impressive,
plaque
but
with
it was never
tiny
meant to be
little Mass
space-worthy,
Effect fields.
which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the
That
ship's
is loud. Can you hear that in the
specialized hardware onto
background?
a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus's ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
Yes.
What kind
Breaks
of
up plaque and massages the
Sending
nose.
the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser. I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have
I
it.
love that
I
part,
saved what
Crystal.
was
I do.
crucial.
I love that part.
My
It's the
network
sense of humor
agents
there
is
is great.
intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to reestablish contact.
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work.
Can you guys hear those guns in the background? They're doing extras. I live right at the water, and they come out with the ships out here sometimes, and they do exercises. And, I mean, they're blanks, obviously, but they fire. It sounds like there's like a gun battle going on just down the hill from me at the water.
Defeat the Shadow Broker. I started looking for defenses
Somebody's
against
got,
the
you know,
Reapers.
machine guns or
Protheans
something out
were
there.
the only ones with substantial information.
Yes,
on them.
Trainer must have the
The
cleanest
older
teeth. That's true.
civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began.
Okay, good.
Like on Mars?
Because I can hear it. It's quite loud.
Tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course.
Still working?
One call leads to another, and here I was hoping I'd have time to enjoy the view.
When you guys play, do you walk around and listen to all the various conversations? You know, the two Isaris who want to run away together, and the one needs to tell her, the one woman, the human woman needs to tell her husband, and then the two.
It was time for the next invasion. Citadel hasn't seen the reality of this war yet. We should stock up on
Sorry,
necessities.
all the different conversations that are going on, and how you can recruit those people into your cause. And I love the different conversations you can involve yourself in, or just listen to if you run around, if you spend any time running around the Citadel.
Take a moment for yourself now and then.
I know. But there's always just one more task or meeting.
Yeah, I always listen to the
Speaking of which,
conversations.
talk
For
to
half
the
a second,
Volus
Scott, when you
while
said,
on.
"Yeah, I do," I thought you meant you could hear the guns
He'll
out
point you
there.
to some mercenaries willing to
You're
join
talking about
us.
the conversations.
Busy?
I have time if you'd like to talk.
In fact, I could use the distraction.
distraction.
What's on your mind?
How long it took the Reapers to eradicate the Protheans, and how long they'll need for us. It
Is
took
she gonna do
them
it with her hand
centuries
again?
to
No, she
conquer the
didn't.
Protheans. We're not quite so widespread, but it would still take at least 100 years. It's selfish, but I keep thinking that if we fail, I'm only 109, Shepard. I could live to
Okay,
see the
good.
entire
I'm going to stop
cycle come
talking
to
about
an
them then,
end.
because apparently I am the only person who can hear them.
Only 109, huh?
know. It must seem strange to complain about a 1,000-year lifespan. I used to think it was sad that most aliens live such
Would you want to
short
live to
lives.
be? Would you want to live
Maybe
1,000
it's
years?
not such a privilege to outlive so many, to witness so much death.
Or you could keep fighting.
I know. It's just difficult. Watching you get shot at out there. We finally have other leaders on our side, but none will take us as far as you can. Sometimes I wonder how you do it.
It's all for you.
Every time the world's about to end, I think about how mad you'd get if I didn't stop it. I don't know if I could do this without you.
Flatterer.
I try.
Oh, I know. When you come back repeatedly and you listen to that conversation at the hospital lobby, yeah. Yeah, and especially as you say when you figure out that the girl in the story is Joker's sister, yes. I did not figure that out the first couple playthroughs.
Thank you. Could we sit?
I would live 1,000 years if I was healthy and had money to support myself, otherwise it could be crappy. Yeah, even a life that's 100 years long is crappy if you can't support if you got, you're dirt poor, it's got to be tough. Not crappy maybe, but hard. I would only want to live to be 1,000 if that was the normal lifespan of my type, which meant my family and friends would also live that long. I would not want to outlive people I love by
information on the Reapers,
that many
relays,
years.
different cultures, and blueprints of the Crucible. But
The Blasto advertisements.
I wanted your opinion on.
Which one?
Your own.
Oh, that's so heartbreaking, though, if you do the Refuse ending where you see that epilogue thing with her recording. Ugh, sad.
50,000 years is a long time for a computer to sit around.
Please, I was an archaeologist. I know what I'm doing. I'm encasing these records in time capsules and seeding copies on multiple planets. And while it's not foolproof, the VI I'm installing has every translation and linguistics program I could find.
So it's an information guide like Vigil on Ilos?
Yes, I've been preparing it for some time.
And it will be a privilege to guide the future discoverers of these records. Have you decided what you would like Dr. Tassoni to write in your entry, Commander?
It made me
You
cry
know
the
me
first
well
time,
enough to
too.
Fill in the blanks, Liara.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'd like it to be your
This is exactly what I would choose. I would be intensely uncomfortable with being asked to talk about myself this way.
Harder than anyone else for his homeworld. Shepard could handle any weapon in the galaxy. The Alliance never saw a deadlier soldier. While I didn't always agree with his decisions, I still respected them. And it was a privilege to know him.
Careful, this doesn't sound like a diary.
I can't help myself. You're a good friend.
The only thing about that would bother me, and maybe this is just because I'm a female, I don't know. I wouldn't want just my, he was the deadliest soldier around. He could fire any gun. It's like, is that the sum of my life?
You made up
of who I was?
Well, I suppose I did just write your name in the stars.
I would agree with that, Christy. Yeah. Well, she's one of the only characters who's 100% in his corner all the time. Oh, he's been having bad dreams again. Come on, Shepard. There's all kinds of biotics. Get your face fixed.
Shepard, there's something you need to hear.
All right.
Is this a bad time?
Thinking of some friends who aren't around thanks to this war.
Yeah, like Caden, because you abandoned him.
Reapers, not you.
Hi, Witchy Dragon. How are you?
Anyone in particular?
Exactly, Scott. It doesn't sound like her talking about a friend or lover. And even if you're trying to leave, a more of a military history for future generations to figure out how to kill the Protheans, you still want to humanize the person you're talking about.
You know Caden would never
that's the sum of his life. He was deadly soldier, and you knew how to fire any gun you came across.
Didn't you have something for me?
The Solarian Counselor has an urgent matter.
Let me guess.
Well, I'm sorry that you are under the weather.
Must be taking the Crucible seriously.
I hope that does not last.
Contact within Asari High Command was insistent I pass on a distress signal to you.
Something they can't handle?
From what I can tell, they sent
Here we
several
go,
commando
here we
squads
go.
to investigate. None of them returned. They didn't ask me directly, but I think High Command is hoping you might help.
What's your take on this?
That they wouldn't ask for help if it wasn't important. The colony's coordinates are on the galaxy map. I'll try to figure out what's going on.
That was abrupt.
You sure you don't want to do something a little more exciting?
I love this part of the Presidium. It reminds me of where I grew up.
Where's that?
Armali, back on Thessia. My mother and I lived beside a park. I spent hours there.
Doing what?
They've changed her coloring to
Reading,
some degree.
Exploring. Getting in trouble digging for ruins in the grass.
You're kidding.
I was very young.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cute.
No one else thought it was funny. Oh, the lecture my mother gave me. But she did buy me my first history book the next day. I miss her, Shepard.
I'd question your character if you didn't.
I suppose. I don't often talk about it.
Hey, you'll stop grieving when you want to.
Strangely, that's comforting. Thank you, Shepard.
You'll stop grieving when
I
you
wish we
want
could
to.
spend more time together like this. Just friends.
Maybe it's an Asari age thing.
Friends
That's a
doesn't
that's a
cut it
good
for me
observation. Or
anymore,
maybe it's
Liara.
just the coloring looks different in the sliding.
that
Maybe
sounds
they definitely made
serious.
her eyes super blue,
I
blue,
am
blue though.
serious.
Remember in early game?
Whatever happens, I'd like to spend my life with you.
Then you're extremely lucky that I feel that way too.
I know.
I guess he is lucky. You'll never have to worry about outliving her.
You could say that.
Landing pad is over there, but it's behind a locked gate.
Let's look for a control panel.
I like your outfit. Control panel, right.
That's funny. I like your outfit. They never chose to get his face fixed. I need to stop talking about it.
Shepard looking just about perfect.
Wow, she does know. She has gotten a little more
My
savvy.
face isn't perfect.
Wouldn't change it for the world. Or, as the case may be, the
No, I would
galaxy.
change it. You need to fix your face.
Plus, everyone will be so busy looking at you, I can just, do what I do. Right?
They have a real problem with the hands. The hand keeps like floating up and it's all messed up. You don't fix Shep's face? I never let Shep's face get bad because I always play Paragon. It does kind of make sense. I mean, if Shep is scarred, he would be scarred.
Greetings, Commander.
Shepard.
I didn't know you could play.
Actually, this is the only song I know.
I wouldn't call that playing necessarily.
Why's that?
There was always something more important to do. A ruin to uncover, intel to gather, a commander to save.
You couldn't sit still long enough.
Could you?
Is there something special about this song?
On one of my first digs, a storm swept in. We were trapped inside. I was so restless. I wanted to get back to work.
That's
One
true.
of the other archaeologists, Dr. Elena, had this keyboard.
Well,
She
I
took it
think
everywhere.
I suppose technically I play a mix of Renegade and Paragon. I mean, I don't make every decision just because it's Paragon, but I would say the majority of them are
She taught me to play
Paragon.
this song while we waited.
It's a good song.
Thank you, Shepard. I've always loved that song.
Exactly, Crystal.
Shepard, What are you doing?
sure you don't run off to something more important.
I can't imagine what that would be.
We should do this more often.
Yes, well, maybe after.
Every day after.
Shepard.
Every day afterwards. See, look, she looks a little bit older now, just a little bit.
Can't get over the size of this apartment. The electric bill alone could have paid for my college tuition.
Shepard, I see you serving drinks. Are you ever going to join us?
Someone has to drive you all home.
Oh, that would
Are
be
we
bad,
sure the
Scott.
Normandy is still there? Has anyone else tried to steal it?
Do you still have your toothbrush?
We can always get another Normandy. Call up Cerberus.
An emergency induction port.
But wouldn't that require you to change your name? Tali Zora von Normandy SR3.
It's Vas Normandy. Von means one who has a weak bladder, which feels appropriate right about now.
Whatever we call it, we've seen a lot of good times on that ship, haven't we?
Indeed.
Here.
Some of you more than others. I'm just honored to have squeaked in.
To the Normandy.
And to falling in love with the ship's captain.
Wow, that was out there. Yeah, Tally drunk is hilarious. It's so romantic with the big boots on and the metal uniform.
But look who's here.
Is it morning already?
Morning. I love watching you wake up.
Seems like she gets they have a lot of romantic lines between them. I don't remember there being that many romantic lines between Shep and Caden. Oh, we're coming up on the end. We're coming up on the end.
I suppose it's back to the fight.
At least we threw one hell of a party. Probably the last one.
You may be right. But whatever happens, I know you'll see this through. And I'll be right there with you. We've been through a lot, haven't we? But it's been a good ride.
You know, considering what we know now about LIARA, you know, and the trailers for the next Mass Effect, she is a real natural fit for the romance option. EIP.
Attack. There's activity across most of the planet.
What about the temple? Can you raise the scientists?
Negative. All channels are scrambled across the spectrum. The mission's looking really dicey.
This is too important. It's now or never.
Shepard, that's my home down there. I have to go.
A little too much indulging the
and
night
let's do
before,
this.
Christy.
Liara, do you have anything more on this artifact?
These coordinates the counselor gave you are for the Temple of Athame. My mother took me there once. It's several thousand years old. And for some reason, it has classified government funding.
Sounds like we're on
I
the right
wonder
trip.
why.
What if we're too late? My people are dying down there.
Benezia took you to this temple?
I was just a child. I thought it was a history lesson, but now, maybe there was more to it.
What do you mean?
I went digging through her old files. She had heavily encrypted records on this place, some dating back centuries. I still can't crack most of them. Whatever's going on, it's well hidden.
I remember your mother. She
fought to break free of indoctrination.
That's kind of an amusing line considering, well, I don't think he was there. Not in this playthrough.
Faces the same fate.
Not for long. We'll find the catalyst and save Thessia.
You better hurry. Those giant
right.
cuttlefish are doing a job.
Hey, buckle up. This one's gonna be tight.
Come on, Steve Cortez. You can make the landing.
This can't be happening.
Take a look at their throats.
What happened to them?
They've been slit. The Reapers didn't do this. We're going to have to figure this out on our own.
Who's that supposed to be?
The goddess Athame herself. It's a relic of the old faith.
Or
Awful lot of
is
trouble for a dead
it?
religion.
I admit this does seem rather elaborate, even by our standards. Though Athame does have great historical...
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Crystal. I thought it was the very end because I always leave that big blowout party till the very, very end. So clearly they didn't because I would have already done Thessia by then.
There is a universal energy.
There's a Prothean beacon here.
There's a Prothean beacon here.
What? You're sure?
It's not something you forget.
But why hide it?
From what you've told me about the one on Mars, these beacons...
Yes, I always bring Javik too. You're right. Actually, I haven't seen Javik. Have you?
That can't be.
I haven't seen Javik at all.
I can't believe my people would keep this a secret.
A beacon like this could explain why Asari
Did this
are so
person not
advanced.
have
You did say this
Javik?
temple was thousands of years old, LIARA.
Yes,
That's
I
a lot
agree
of
with you
time to study.
100%.
That doesn't make it true.
You're right. They haven't had Javik in this at all.
Breakthrough every couple centuries, and your people would be running the galaxy, which they pretty much do.
If the wrong people had gotten their hands on this, who knows what could have happened.
If it is true, I'd like to think my government...
You know
was
what,
at least
Crystal? You're
careful
right.
about
He
it.
probably didn't do the DLC. Now that you say that, I get focused on what I'm watching and I forget about. Yeah, I haven't seen Kasumi. We haven't seen. We didn't see Thane. We didn't see. Yeah, we didn't see a lot of people.
Reconstructing matrices.
That's a
none of
bummer.
which I see here.
Maybe that's
Because
the
Javik is interesting on this mission, and in a lot of his interactions with Liara.
By the goddess.
By the
Literally.
goddess, I should have
Look
picked a
around.
better
There must be
playthrough.
more of these connections.
Oh, Kylie.
Shepard! Hang on!
Good thing she's strong. That frustrated shooting at the end when you know you have no chance of hitting him. He might be doing it just to focus on the Liara scenes, but the Javik lines are good.
This is Shepard. Give us your location. We read you. Give me your location.
That's a good point, Crystal. I always had all the I had all the DLC, so I guess I didn't really think about that. Ah! Oh, that's horrible.
That's not true! We earned our place in the galaxy!
Stop denying reality, Asari. Your people took the knowledge
Okay,
of
well, I take it all back.
I have a name. It's LIARA Tassoni, and I'd have...
Hey, settle down.
My home was just destroyed, and all he can do is gloat!
Given what's happened today, I think you owe LIARA an apology, Javik.
Apologize for the truth?
For not doing more. You're a Prothean. You were supposed to have all the answers. How could you not stop this from happening?
Well, that's a little...
We believed you would.
I was about to say, that's a little bit...
Long
You're putting a
ago,
little
we
bit
saw
on
the
his
potential in
shoulders.
your people. Even then it was obvious. The wisdom, the patience. You were the best hope for this cycle. So you were guided when necessary.
Well, it didn't work.
You're still alive, aren't you? Your world may have fallen, but as long as even one Asari is left standing, the fight isn't over.
I guess that goes for Protheans, too.
Despair is the enemy's greatest weapon. Do not let them wield it. LIARA T'Soni.
He calls her by her name.
Did you mean any of that?
She believes it, so she will keep fighting. Isn't that what matters most, Commander?
No.
Carry on.
I've studied Protheans my entire life. If I'd been shown the beacon on Thessia earlier...
You would have needed Shepard's cipher to comprehend it.
I still could have learned from it. Instead, my mother hid the galaxy's most important archaeological find from me. How did this happen, Shepard? Did I just assume the Asari would be ready? That the Council would protect them? Or was I so busy with the Catalyst that I ignored my own people?
You'd never do that.
They're dying by the millions. I told those people on Thessia we'd save them. How many Asari died because I demanded their help?
None.
Shepard, that isn't true.
Well, how many Turians have died? How many Earthlings
There's not a
have
damn thing you
died?
should feel guilty about. If we move fast enough, they'll have a chance to survive this. To start again. We lost Thessia, but we haven't lost the Asari yet.
Helping the refugees. That's something I can do. It's something
Well.
I owe them.
I knew you'd think of something.
I still need some time, Shepard. But thank you.
It's always the music. The music always tells you what's coming up.
Edie didn't tell you?
She respects your privacy. Not like me. What are you doing?
I thought I heard the casing crack during that last fight. Bullet must have just grazed me.
Do you feel ready, Shepard?
No. Would anybody really feel ready?
You first.
Very fair. What I want most is for this war to end, while there's still a galaxy left to save. And everyone's counting on you to do that for us. It must be overwhelming.
I've been ready since I saw the Reapers land on Earth.
I can't pretend to be surprised.
We have one chance. Just one. I'm not losing that.
You won't. At any rate, let's not dwell on that tonight. It would be easy.
It's so romantic with the full armor and the gloves.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah. It would.
To find someplace very far away, where you could spend the rest of your life in peace and happiness.
So if Shepard survives, I hope that's what happens for them in the next
place I'd
game,
rather
that he's not the playable character, and that maybe you get some kind of epilogue.
Neither would I. I love you, Shepard.
Well, they cut all that stuff out, Heartbreaker, so hopefully they did them all.
Show me.
This romance scene seems, I don't remember with the one with Caden. Well, maybe it was that long. I don't remember.
You can't sleep?
We're almost there.
Already?
I hope everyone is ready.
You don't need to worry about that. You rallied who you could. The Reapers won't get any more chances to divide us. This time,
No one's dressed. What do you know? They actually do take their clothes off.
We'll win. That's a promise.
You're not alone in this fight now, Shepard.
Hey, yeah, now that I think about it. Seems to me in the Caden scene, Caden has no clothes on, but Shepard already has her clothes. No, does she? I can't remember now. All right, here we go. Here we go.
How are the casualties?
They haven't brought in many more wounded.
That's something.
No, it just means they're all dying.
How are you holding up, LIARA?
This is it, isn't it?
Oh, she has the bra on.
Yeah. This is it.
I don't know what to say. All those little blue children will be disappointed I didn't have a speech.
We'll make up a good story for them.
I do have one thing for you, Shepard. A gift. It'll only take a moment, if you want it.
What kind of gift?
Do you remember when I first joined my consciousness to yours? I can show you some of my own memories. Asari exchanged them sometimes, with good friends, or their bondmates.
Okay, she is very pretty.
It can also be a way to say farewell.
Show me.
One more for the road, baby.
Close your eyes.
What a freaky talent this would be.
Thank you for everything. I love you. Now, let's do what needs to be done.
I like it. Sentimental but pragmatic. Remember this scene? You remember playing this scene? Oh yeah, this will be totally more intimate. I mean, I may make a lot of jokes, but yeah, that would be extreme. To actually literally let someone into your mind, yeah, way more intimate than a lot of physical stuff. Gotta dodge that car!
Don't argue with me, LIARA.
You're not leaving me behind.
No matter what happens. Everything to me, LIARA.
Oh, that's very romantic.
Go!
I know, Rocco, right? God, I think the Normandy is such a good looking ship. Screw you, Star Child. Oh, this ending. Are they going to show the extended ending?
All fleets. The Crucible is armed. Disengage and
Poor old Joker. We have to go. We have to go.
I repeat, disengage and get the hell out of here.
Poor old Joker.
Joker, it's time to go.
Damn it.
That's a well done scene, I think. But this is why I think the destroy ending is the best ending. The music is incredible. I agree, Crystal. I ugly cried all through this whole thing. Actually, more than one time I've ugly cried through this. I'm not going to ugly cry right now. Not going to happen. Okay, Thane, Morden. Oh, Kasumi's up there.
We still have many challenges ahead of us. We can face them together. And we will honor those who died to give us that future.
All right, what do you guys think? What do you think?
Did you bring it?
Did you bring it? It's super moving. It really is. What'd you guys think? Seemed to me in some ways that that LIARA was had a lot more romantic kind of lines in it. Maybe I'm just not remembering. I don't know. Oh, I don't trust the Star Child at all. At all. I don't trust anything the Star Child tells you. What do I know? I have put videos out on this topic. I would 100% of the time choose destroy 100% of the time, and I will defend that 100% of the time. Yeah, she makes sense to be the canon. Yeah, it's definitely good. I definitely liked it. I do have to watch Tally, though. I haven't seen Tally. But I think Tally belongs with Garrus, so I'll watch Tally, but I personally would never romance her. But the same reason I don't romance Garrus, is I feel like I'm doing something terrible to Tally. I know a lot of people, I get more comments about the synthesis video that I put out and people's view on synthesis. Not as many people for control. I do get some people commenting on with that they would always choose control. I personally have always chosen destroy, and I think destroy is the only real option. Synthesis to me has I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but synthesis has too many holes in it. It requires you to trust and believe the Star Child way too much, and you're basically saving the Geth and Edie, who I agree I would love to be able to save them, but you're basically saving Geth and the Edie while sacrificing the autonomy, independence, ability to think for themselves, and individuality of a bazillion other species across the entire galaxy. And although I think it's sad to lose Edie and it's sad to lose the Geth, I don't think that they should get special treatment over and above, the 10 million against the 30,000 or however many of them there are. That's the crux of my issue. Plus, your mandate from day one, Shepard, your mandate from day one has been to destroy the Reapers. Period. There you go. I just said I wasn't going to explain it, then I did. But yeah, I never choose anything but destroy, and I'll die on that hill. Your son chose control and destroy. Yeah, a lot of people choose control. I get a lot of people like synthesis, a lot. If you play as a renegade, you don't have choices in the end. Crystal, I originally chose synthesis, but I changed my mind when I really started thinking about it. Plus, no one consented to synthesis. So you're making that. Well, that's one of my major problems with it. You are making, because the people who choose, and Shireen, I'm not picking on you. A lot of people choose synthesis. I get comments almost every day about people who like synthesis. I just think that one of the reasons that people always give me is that they've grown attached to Edie and the Geth, and that Edie and the Geth which deserve to be saved, and they don't want to kill their friends. I totally get it. But in a world where you can't there is no good option here. It's a bad option. Every option has major, major, major sacrifices. It's the least of the terrible things, to my way of thinking. Wow, Scott, that's a compliment. Yeah, it's not consensual. And that's exactly right, Shireen. That's one of the greatest things about the game. Just like in Dragon Age, your Inquisitor is your Inquisitor. Your Warden is your Warden. Your Shepherd is your Shepherd. That's what's so great about these games. Exactly. I mean, you're wrong, but you have a right to be wrong. Crystal, I personally don't believe the Star Child that the Gethany would be completely destroyed. There are too many holes in the story. Well, that's one of my things too, is they're created beings in the first place, and the fact that they developed sentience. Oh shit, I get the words mixed up. Is it sapience or sentience? Sapience is the ability to feel emotion, and sentience is the ability to reason, right? I did synth in my very first playthrough. I think I didn't like it. I just wasn't comfortable with it. I don't like the sort of mind meld, option. I think, I like the individuality. But you don't know that, though, Shireen. That's the whole thing. You don't know that. You only know that because the Star Child is telling you that, and the Star Child has a vested interest in its continued lifespan. So the Star Child tells you several things, which if you take everything a Star Child says at face value, I can see why you pick synthesis. But I have a video on this actually too. I sound like I'm advertising myself here. I don't buy the premise that the Star Child is not capable of lying. A lot of people have said to me the Star Child is not capable of not telling the truth. I don't buy that because I don't see any evidence of the Star Child being incapable of lying. So it's self-awareness, and then sentience, and then sapience is the ability to reason. Is that right? Have I got that right? Bye, Rocco. Bye-bye. Self-awareness is the definition of sentience, Star Trek-wise. And then sapience, I always get the two terms mixed up. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm definitely a big believer in the destroy option. Although I totally respect anybody who chooses to be wrong with synth and control. I've heard some really good arguments for synthesis, actually. I really have. It's just that it to me, it requires an assumption of a couple things that I don't, premises that I don't accept as fact. Anyway, as Shireen said, this is why the game is great. Everybody has their own individual shep, and that's why it's fun. In your own game world, it can be anything you want it to be. Right? Right. I had a very good time today. This was really fun. I have to think in October, I have a bunch of stuff planned because I've got a couple of scary games, Gloomwood, and then I've got another couple ones I think are going to be a lot of fun. But I'm not sure I want to start scary games until the beginning of October. So I need to fill up September with a bunch of other stuff. So I might keep up with these romances for a bit because I love the opportunity it gives me to like actually chat. I don't have to pay such close attention to the screen, which I'm clearly not very good at. So I like that. But I got to think about who will I romance next. Do we go back to Dragon Age and do a Dragon Age romance? Do we do another Mass Effect romance? I would like some more romance streams for this month as well. But I'm going to have to think about, excuse me, I have to think about who is my next one. Should I go back to Dragon Age or should I stick with Mass Effect? You know what I should do? I actually should watch at some stuff from other games I've never played. I'm sure there are other games like this that have fantastic storylines or whatever that maybe some of you have played. I've never played. I have very limited experience gaming because I came to it so late that a lot of franchises I've literally never played. What Crystal said. What did Crystal say? Oh, this is a great stream. I love romance dudes. Well, cool. I'm down for that. Who doesn't like a good romance? I'm a woman. I like a good romance. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye because I have to pee and I'm hungry. So that's a good time to end a stream. I had a really fun time today. If you have a couple suggestions, send me a DM or in the comments for here. You scarred us for life with that Shep mug? What Shep? What are you talking about? Anyway, I had a good time today. Now I'm going to wonder what the hell Totes is talking about. Thank you for the stream, even though you scarred us for life with... Oh, with Shep's face in the stream. Yeah. That's not my Shep. I'm just going to say, that is not my Shep. My Shep is very good looking. How could I have anything but a good looking Shep? His face. Yeah, sorry, Totes. I was thinking about... I actually have a Mass Effect mug, so I was trying to figure out how you'd seen it because I think it's in the kitchen. Okay, I will see you guys later. I had a great time. Give me your suggestions for who my next romance review should be, and I'll see y'all then. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.